What's going on, folks? This is Clark Fahrenthold back with VegasOdds.com, getting you ready yet again for Super Wild Card Weekend. Much like last time, not going to be looking at spread lines, not going to be looking over unders. We are going to be taking a look at some more player props. I got two of them for you in this video. The first one I'm going to start off in is going to be between Seattle and San Francisco. The second one is going to be in the Bengals-Ravens game. The first one I want to start you out with is going to be George Kittle's over-under receiving yards against Seattle. I like the over 40.5 for George Kittle. That's currently at minus 115. Let's go ahead and break it down. First things first, Seahawks play a lot of zone coverage. They prefer the zone coverage, and good thing for George Kittle because he excels against zone coverage. Right now, when he's running against zone, he's averaging 1.83 yards per route. Compare that to man coverage, where he averages 1.24 yards per route. That is a big difference. That plays well for George Kittle. If we look at Seattle against tight ends, they have certainly struggled, and very much so against George Kittle in his career. In 10 career games, George Kittle has gone over 40 yards receiving 6 times. Now, I know you might be saying it's half and half, but if we just want to take a look at the sample size of the last 2 times they've gone against each other, Kittle has gone for 181, and then the last time they played Seattle, everyone knows, a 2-touchdown performance with over 90 yards receiving in that game. He's on a roll against Seattle, and it's not a defense that ever stops him either way, because against tight ends this season, Seattle's 27th in defensive efficiency as a unit. So not really a lot boding well there too. And even more so if we need some evidence on why to go with the over on George Kittle, we just got to look at the chemistry that he has with Brock Purdy. Purdy, since he's been inserted into this lineup, has certainly looked to George Kittle as a security blanket. He's actually seen a 20% target rate increase since Brock Purdy's taken over. I love that number. I'm cashing it every time. So George Kittle against Seattle at over 40.5 yards at minus 115. I love that. For the second pick I have, we're going out to Baltimore and Cincinnati. Right now at plus 100, which is really just even odds, I have Jamar Chase as an anytime touchdown scorer. Let's go ahead and break that one down. First things first, this is really for me all about having success against a team. I know Jamar hasn't played the Ravens in the playoffs. I know the Ravens are a really good team. Their secondary is going to be bolstered again, getting Marcus Peters back and Marlon Humphrey. But also, folks, Jamar has eaten against both of those guys, mainly Humphrey in his career. I wouldn't be shocked if he got in the end zone the last time they played, which is just 1 week prior at this point. He got in there as well. Another big thing, when Jamar plays the Ravens, there's no shying away with Burrow throwing him the football. As in each of his 4 career games against Baltimore, he has averaged more than 10 targets. As well, he's had over 460 yards receiving in his career against Baltimore. Even though this is a really good defense, and even though they are pretty solid, if not stacked, you could say, in the secondary with Kyle Hamilton playing better on the back end too now, Burrow doesn't shy away from throwing the ball to Jamar Chase. They want the ball in his hands as much as they can. And another thing with taking this at even odds is that, look, folks, Jamar is a guy, when you put the ball in his hands, it could be a touchdown anytime. Just look for that first career game he played against Baltimore where he took that slant route about 70 yards of the house. Put the ball in his hands, good things happen, even odds. I'm just going to take an anytime touchdown score when I can get it. So overall, folks, again, first one, George Kittle eats against Seattle. Expect over 40.5 yards receiving at minus 115. And Jamar Chase, another guy who has thrived playing Baltimore most of his short career against them. Expect him to find Pater this weekend on Sunday Night Football. So for VegasOdds.com, I'm Clark Fahrenthold. Let's have a wild card weekend, folks.